Hello, welcome Empress Sally. Uru, uru. Welcome, Charlotte. Totally missed my insight timer schedule today. But we are gonna make some musical vibes. Yeah, yesterday I was done eating and then my wife brought pizza. That pizza made me sleep longer. But it's worth it because, you know, quality time with your wife matters. So the consequences of the pizza is, you know, you have the best audio. That's why I say don't eat late. It's okay. Messed up, yeah. I mean, I usually, I'm on it. It's just, you know. It is what it is. You have to see it. What's the cost? And sometimes it's worth it because it's your life. And luckily, when you're the boss, it's fine. It's just more about me and my decisions in life, right? Welcome, Cher. Dang, I want pizza. Yeah, she bought some thin crust Domino. And you know, and I could tell that we needed that time. It's a good time. I think there's a cost to everything, and I learned that from the master. Sometimes the cost is worth it. You just have to. And of course, we're not just talking about not price, you know. It's more about the cause and effect. Welcome, Martin Salaman. And, you know, lately since Easter is coming, I feel the Spirit of the Lord. I could feel more devotion towards Jesus. Naturally, so when I see people, you know, when I see people start to talk about the Bible recently, there's more passion in their voice. So shout out to the Easter vibes, the return of devotion in the season. Because sometimes it'd be like boring, but now it's like, oh, okay, I see y'all got some spiciness in your. I feel the spiciness in your energy all of a sudden. Where was that? And I realized, okay, word. And that's like, if they can keep that energy up, the whole year, you know. Hey, welcome, Christy. And I think the sad part is the rude people ruining it for the rest of the community. Is that? Yeah. It's like reading an ancient book. That's like, oh, word? Huh. Now the way people decipher the Bible is really interesting because it could go in any direction. Hey, welcoming Leanne. I mean, it's like a fun it's like an ancient scroll that people respect, but sometimes it lacks people's approach to the way we discern. It lacks like content, and some are really good at it. So you got to shout out to all the teachers who are effective. You know, it's because there are. I openly say I respect Jesus, and you know, I will read the Bible, or I'll listen to people's Bible verses and see like, how can I like apply my own understanding to what they just read, kind of vibe, because I'm open, you know, very open, because I respect. Same thing with Hindu. Like different gurus and different teachers, I'll listen, and okay, that's interesting. Okay, that's relatable, or that's not relatable, or oh, because I'm in America. If you're not respecting Jesus, that's a huge disharmonious thing, you know. It's just you have to understand where people come from. And I like to understand people, like why people love Jesus, right? Why some people start their conversation with Jesus loves you, you know? That's just what they do, right? That's their culture. Like it's part of the culture. In Buddhist culture, they say Amitabha. Right? So everywhere you go, if you're like Mahayana Buddhism, when you go to the temple, instant Amitabha. Right? Because that's like part of the the big master Jesus Sananda. Yeah, I love that we can respect Jesus. I love that we can respect different teachers. You know? I love that we can ask questions. I love that you can ask questions. You know? I love respecting people. But also, we can love disrespectful people too. So today our goal is music. I know. Music. What do you think about Muhammad? I don't know much, but here's the one thing I do know. The Islamic Muslims who have wisdom are very eloquent with the way they use words. I like that there's no image of Muhammad because, you know, it's like how the Buddha's not outside. The Buddha's inside. Siddhartha is outside. Right? There's no real image of the Buddha. Right? But the people who try to teach ancient wisdom and who didn't get it, right? So I see it, I understand, why don't they allow people to create an image? Because the real image cannot be described and written by the mind. Right? It's something beyond, and the devotion, right? And I love the devotion in the chanting and prayer, because Buddhist people who are devoted have the similar commitment. Right? Now, of course, it's not. You can't let some people ruin the whole religion, but politics will try to make one side look bad just so we can create a wall against each other. And a lot of it's not even about the message and the teachings that help people. It's more about politics. So that's why I stay away from politics, because I know who's like, I understand that there's a conflict of interest and ego involved in trying to control the narrative, and that's called ego and power and control. Yeah. So that's how I approach everything in life, with wisdom. It makes everything, like, you can see the BS, but you just play dumb. Right? You play dumb, because that's why people come over here and chill. I understand a lot of the politics has to do with controlling the story, the narrative, and the narrative oftentimes has to do with money. And all of it, there's a lot of profit in a war, right? The military mind. And when we're about peace, it's going against that system. When we practice peace and joy, like Thich Nhat Hanh, it's like Thich Nhat Hanh got exiled from Vietnam for being too peaceful. That's my people right there. When I hear that, I'm like, right? When I hear Gandhi march for non-violence and do it in a way and it was impactful, that's my people. Right? They were effective, they were peaceful, and they didn't settle for violence. They didn't settle for using the ego to attack each other. That's my people. But they stood on business. They stood on that peaceful world change. And so I'm grateful for that. I'm doing good today. Got on later today. Thich Nhat Hanh was a political voice as well. Yes, but the beautiful thing about Thich Nhat Hanh's political voice is that he practiced peace and not just talking, right? He didn't just use speech, he used action that's peaceful. Nowadays people use action that's non-peaceful for peace or whatever. I don't believe in that. Right? He practiced what he preached. Nowadays people preach but they don't practice. That's why I don't respect a lot of the modern day peaceful movement, all that. They're not peaceful. Right? That's why I don't follow. I'm like, okay, there's some BS right there. Because I realize a lot of the people who stand up for peace use anger and violence to do it, and I do not choose that path. Even Martin Luther King was, the practice was non-violent. But nowadays people don't know how to do that. Why? They get brainwashed by social media. So when we don't do that, you start to see who stay true to the roots of peace and joy. Because if you water your tree, if you water the seed with anger, that tree is angry. If you do cooking with anger, the dish that you cook is going to make everyone angry. But when you cook with love and joy, people have a great time. People respect each other. How does the primordial state feel like? How could I know if I have... What do you mean primordial state? You mean Om Namo Gavarajana Mahamudra Mani Pamacha Mama Pataya Om Namo Gavarajana Mahamudra Mani Pamacha Mama Pataya Om Namo Gavarajana Mahamudra Mani Pamacha. I mean the naked state of mind. The naked state of mind, it's still a perception from the mind. You're perceiving naked state of mind. You're still using that, which is fine. How can your mind be naked if you can perceive the naked state of mind or the concept of naked state of mind? It can't just be right, it can't just be that. Can it? There's gotta be more to it than just or are you analyzing? Welcome, James. I don't know either. You try it. I don't know. I'm not an expert. This is according to Dongjin. You know the concept of being stuck on the Buddha's finger pointing towards the moon? The Buddha instruct. Go, right? Moon, right? Let's say that's the moon. This is how, right? Go here. Meditation, mindfulness, chanting. Focus on the moment. Yes. But nothing's happening. I'm following all the instruction. But how come I'm still here? I'm following the instruction. All 300 rule, 750 rule. And like that one Zen koan, what's the sound of a one-hand clap? And the Zen master goes, "Mung." But when you don't get it, you're like, but the Buddha instruct us. Jesus instruct us. Some people are looking for the moon in the sky. Some people remember the way is not in the sky. The way is within. What do you mean within? How do you go within? You want a sound of a 2-hand clap? I know it might not make sense for some of y'all, but it's sometimes not making sense. It's the best thing ever. Hey, my prayer wheel. You know what? There's still pizza left too. What, she think I'm a vacuum cleaner? He'll eat it. Oh, it's vegetarian. She knows I'll eat it if she doesn't eat something and it's vegetarian. I'm like, yeah, just leave it. It's fine. I grew up, I grew up hungry. Sometimes there's no food at home. I just open a can of sardine and just goink. Okay, Diane. Welcome, Vanessa. I remember coming home from middle school football practice, hungry as hell. No food to eat at home. Like, shoot, I'm gonna fry some burnt eggs. I didn't mean to burn them, but I think that the heat was too high. So I'll be eating extra crispy and dark fried eggs. And I it's all good. I had to, and now I had to cook my own rice too. Alright, I'll make my own rice because nothing to eat here. Sometimes my mother or father would buy a whole pack of instant noodle. So I think instant noodle is like my comfort food, A whole box. I think they started seeing dude, this guy, this boy is destroying every snack in the house right now. Right? Because when you have it's dopamine too, that crunch. Sometimes there's Andy's hot fries. Once or twice a day, Andy hot fries. And I think I learned from my father because my father eats bowls, Bowls. He's an athlete, My dad plays soccer. And so even though he stopped playing soccer, he still ate like an athlete. I mean, he still eats like an athlete. Right? Because that's just his identity. That's his identity. He trained me like an athlete, like the way he raised me. Try to instill an athlete mentality, but I applied all of it to spirituality. I tried to, he wanted me to apply it to sports, which I did, but I didn't push myself, or I wasn't really inspired to be better, or didn't know how, or whatever. I definitely applied it to video games. Video games. Need to get to yeah. Yeah, my dad definitely has a lot of energy because he always, he told me stories when he was growing up. He was on the streets, like he was hanging, like he was around a lot of gangsters, a lot of, I would say, high levels of dopamine people and adventurers, the old school, they like to adventure. I also like to adventure. That's why I love going to spiritual events. I always think about Burning Man. I always think about, explorative experience, but I never thought it would be the inner exploration that I partake more in. Right, that's the last place I thought I would be exploring, inner exploration. And musical exploration. Let's see what's going on here. Yo limbs. Oh, beautiful. I hope you enjoy your volunteering. Let's see. Your limbs ache from yoga? Do you go to yoga often? Three times a week to keep my body in check. Yeah, I think it's really healthy to do something like that, for sure. Okay. Welcome, Chaos. There we go. I'm impressed by the heart. I try to be more confident to speak English. Sometimes I delete my. It's okay. English is not my first language, so I understand. Just. Okay, welcome, happy life. It took me a long time to learn anything because I'm more attuned to vibration and music, and I had issue focusing, but now I developed that better. Welcome, Barbara. We got Itty Bitty Sweetie and Ian. Galispera. I just want to say there's been a lot more people at night recently. I think last night there was 500 people, so there's something shifting for sure, right? Something is shifting in the consciousness, and I think people are just ready to. There's 500 on TikTok. I think spring break some places. So I'm always looking at where the energy is shifting to. Yeah, I could tell a door wants to open with the Zen style music, because at night I try to play more minimalist music, and this harp is dope, So I just listen to each instrument and I decide, okay, is this soothing enough for people's spirit and soul? And this one has huge potential too. Got that Aphrodite. We call it Aphrodite's heart because it's got that Greek. Thank you for all the positive devotion that you decided. Right? You on your own will believe and devote yourself to changing your life, and I did the same thing. And when you have community of people who develop themselves, everybody wins. You do your own work, but we do it together. And also making music without like general rhythm, just solo style harp and solo style flute. You in the ER with your honey. No, I hope everything is harmonious for you, sister. Welcome, Tiffany. Solo travel. We got Empress Mo. Kalesi. When is Passover? I don't even know what. I have to Google what that even. Let the flowers drop from the sky. harp is very peaceful. I've been looking to add a guitar too. I've been missing the guitar. We do have a guitar on GarageBand. Right, we haven't been doing any too much guitar because I haven't found a good guitar that's acoustic guitar on here. Let's see here. Because I prefer acoustic guitar, but I mean the other option is the harp. One is the harp, one is the other, but the way they're plucked is different. The ukulele could. Now, what I'm preferring, right? What I do prefer. Just gotta put it through the loop station here. Gotta mute this and that. Because I don't want to. Basically, I'm starting to not use the iPad as much because I got better instruments on Ableton. But I still don't want to pay. I haven't paid for any, I haven't paid for any. I've been using free applications only. And I'm deciding if I want to really invest in. It's $100 a year to get a little bit more professional sound, which is not really too bad. Here's what I'm looking for here. Because the guitar sounds so good. Yeah. That's all D minor. And I haven't found anything that's this good that's free. Yeah. really wish I could turn it to 432 hertz. And that's one of the limitations. Every instrument on here is only 440 hertz. And well, let me see. I think there might be a way to pitch it down 31, 32 pitches or whatever. Yeah. Plugins. It's a pitch, voice transform. I think it's a. Because we have one on here. It's called, if anybody knows, on here we have a thing called shifter, which allows you to shift the pitch. Distortion, chorus, vocal transformer. Okay, this might work here. Negative 32. But it doesn't go that low. Well, let's just see if it, you don't need to be so accurate, but can we get close to it? Can we get close to it? Oh, that sounded terrible. Well, I guess we just won't. I guess we just won't use 432 hertz guitar on here. The end. Okay, let's try one. And it doesn't make a huge. It does make a huge difference. It's usable, but Okay. Here, let's try. Welcome, Michael. We got Bix here. Eliana Otilia is here. Marco says, the universe was very good to me last night. For the first time in probably 10 to 12 years, or 12 years, I slept for almost 8 hours straight. Word up. If you're trying to get better sleep, welcome to Mystic Village. Or we might as well change it to Sleepy Village. The drool gang. Yeah. It's on 440 hertz and it's, I think, out of tune. This is meant for more meditative practice than concert practice. Or it's meant for welcome. Shout out to the Manifest Gang. What the? Now it's on tune. So confusing. Okay, redo. does moving forward hurt? How come you cry transitioning? The issue is sometimes you hold on to things that don't serve you, and when you let go, you still have attachment to how you used to be in the beginning, because you just freshly let go. So you feel like there's an empty hole. Fill it with love. Fill it with gratitude. Thank you so much for the pain that makes me stronger. Welcome AFK. This doesn't match the guitar very well, but it matches the Native American flute very well. What's up, Jordan Peacock? What's the toughest time in your life look like? I hope you have the time of your life. It's something unpredictable, and in the end it's right. What's that? Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time pass you by, the rest direct you where to go. So make the best of this dance and don't guess why. For what it's worth, it was worth all the while. There's something I... Okay, so what does match this? We can try some piano. This is E minor pentatonic, because Japanese flutes, or the shakuhachi, E minor pentatonic. oud a harp. It might not match the guitar. Hold on, I gotta work on that a little bit. There's something MIDI channel. How can I reduce that? Okay, give me a second. Because that sounds modulation. Let's change to modulation. Is that what it is? Polyphonic aftertouch, whatever. MIDI. There's something there. MIDI key. Art velocity, polyphonic. Okay, let's just try again. I like the plucking. I guess you don't wanna. The reason why we ask what the toughest time in your life looked like is when you have somebody to open up about. You release the pressure valve so you don't feel you're the only one. You ain't the only one suffering on this planet. But when you don't open up to nobody, it feels that way. Okay? Check yourself before you wreck yourself, damn it. Fixed velocity is 25. Is that what it's called? Polyphonic aftertouch? Because that plucking is so essential to make it more authentic, you know? That's what I'm trying to. Just waking up in the morning, gotta thank God. I gotta say it was a good day. Settings. Yeah, I just have to research later. Toughest moment was having an infection spread to my body and not knowing if I would make it. My wrist became infected. Well, I'm glad you make it so far, okay? That was almost 3 years ago. That's a... Well, I'm glad you kept your faith. Well, I forgot I could just use GarageBand for the freaking harp. For the koto. Literally straight full on authentic. When I accidentally killed my brother. Oh, that sucks. Have you... I mean, that's gonna take some time to, forgive. And the best way is to be a good person, Help people. What is the koto tune to? Give me a second. koto is tuned to 430 hertz. That's why I'm like, And it's tuned to a Hirajoshi scale, which we have. Things are starting to make sense now that it doesn't make sense. So, okay. Well, I hope you're here to feel better, heal. Many people are here to improve their mental health, emotional health. Help people, do the best you can. Love your damn self, even on a difficult days. Okay, so Hirajoshi scale. So it's not pentatonic. The koto is 430 hertz. This okay, let's change the tuner. No, I can't. No, I doubt this flute is tuned to 430 hertz. That would be shocking. No, because it's not. Because I already tried 432 hertz and it's not. Okay, let's just go to the Hirajoshi scale. Hirajoshi, which is a Japanese scale. Let's go back to our original intention. Aphrodite's harp here. And this is... Thank you, Tracy. But is it nighttime worthy, you know? That's what I'm looking at. I'm trying to make it so good that nighttime is the super zen time. You know what I'm saying? Dude, what if I put the koto into the microcosm? Make it all. Oh, thank you for helping me complete the gift goal. Thank you. Ding dong. Yeah. That won't always happen, okay? Just gotta be honest with them. It's gotta be. Okay. Koto. Hold up. Okay. I'm just curious. Unlock. Reset. Turn up. Dude. Sound like crouching tiger, hidden dragon. They're flying in the trees and stuff right now. Give me some. Ooh, and then you throw a shakuhachi on top of that. Let me get rid of the lows, I think. Change the effects slightly. This is the raw sound. Not the most pleasing. Let me try another effect here. I mean, essentially, you don't need this. We just want the koto with lots of reverb, I think. Try it then. It isn't hard to find. Yeah. If you search for tenderness, it isn't hard to find. It says kindness for critters. You can have the love you need to live if you look for truthfulness. You might as well be blind. It always seems to be so hard to give. Oh, the echo is messing it up. More real. Okay, so redo then. Redo. We don't want to mess up a good idea. Okay, back to the first idea. Probably not going to use it during nighttime, but if it does, let's just say reduce the volume. Do you have any chance to accept questions about how to deal with stuff in life? This is a good time to ask. Yes. Thank you, Sissy. Springtime brings a lot of heat and pressure, mind more active. Our baggage float to the surface. There's more energy in the water, in our consciousness bubbling. When you go to a pond that has no circulation, there's a lot of bubbles on the top layer because it's just releasing gas. Our consciousness releasing things too when season change. Megumi says, here is the thing. I'm doing well in life, but something is missing. Something is missing. I'm 27 and have a good job, married, and I should be happy. But the problem is no matter what I do, I can't sleep at all, and I feel there isn't a goal to achieve. And maybe I'm overthinking stuff, but I've been dealing with depression for over 10 years. And the question comes, when you feel like you don't have anything to achieve in your day-to-day life, what should you do to make a difference in your day? Every day feels like it's on repeat. You are in the matrix. You're a good robot. But you're not a robot. But you act like a robot. You live like robot. So you feel robotic. To get through your day, to make life happen, sometimes you have to chug the energy drinks and coffee to sustain a life that you say you're doing pretty well in life, but you're not doing well if you're depressed. So don't lie to yourself that you're doing well while you're depressed. Outside looking in, you pay the bill very good. You're married, you have stuff, you have savings. Well, what's the point of having all that if you're depressed and unhappy for 10 years? So Your standard to life is when you're depressed, you say you feel well. That's called BSing yourself. You're not doing well. Don't lie to yourself. What must you do to feel better? Where does the depression come from is what you must investigate. But you're too busy to figure that out. Maintaining your depression. The life that you're living is leading you to depression, so you keep maintaining the same life that leads you to depression, so you keep being depressed. 10 years. You're early in the game. Some people it's 40 years. You know what I mean? You're early, just 10 years. But some people are 30, 40 years already. They just gave up already. They don't even ask questions. They just go, that's how life is. That's how life be. That's just how life gave me depression. I have depression. That's just how it is. That's because their parents are also the same way. But when you're in here, how come all these damn people are all happy and stuff? They must be BSing. Or you're like, damn, all these people happy as hell up in here. Why am I not happy? Why the hell am I not happy? All these people chilling, having a great time with life. I'm over here sad as hell. What am I missing out? Golly. God. When you feel like you don't have anything to achieve in your day, what should you do to make a difference in your life? You got nothing to live for. You're just living to pay bill and fulfill your societal expectation of be a good boy, good girl, good employee, good son, and good daughter. But you're not good to yourself. Because if you're good to yourself, what do you need? I think it's the question you may be missing. What do I need? You do everything, or you make everyone else happy, and you abandon yourself. You abandon yourself. Why do you abandon yourself? You didn't know that you need to learn to fill your cup first before you fill other people's cups. Now you've been running on an empty tank for 10 years. You watch the people next to you feel deep joy, and you celebrate with them while feeling empty as hell inside with a smile on your face. Congrats! And oftentimes the way we continue that life is we use substance to cope or escapism. Drinking, smoking, Netflix. Politics. And then when their mental health went long time, they come back one time They don't know what we've been doing in the community. So be patient with people. My job is very tiring. That's the main issue. No time for hobbies. If you don't have time, you have to make time. I still rollerblade, right? I make time for my wife. You cannot just say I have no time. You need to make time. If you need to sleep less, then sleep less. Sleep less to make your life work. Sleep enough. But sometimes we're too attached to our miserable life. We can't even imagine making time. No, there's no way. There's no time. You want to make change or make excuses, up to you. Here's the thing. You say you have no time, but you're making time for depression and misery. The life that you have made time for is not working. Now, if you don't want to make a change, you're welcome to continue making time for depression and misery. But please don't, make a change, please. 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 We want to see you happy. We don't want 11 years of depression. We want first year I decided to love my damn self, 2025. Imagine having $1 billion in your account and being depressed, so depressed. You live to just collect wealth and not even feel the wealth and joy of life. That's not abundant. You're just good at collecting money, but no abundance. My bank account is high with my depression. Wait, what? My bank account is high with my depression. So you have to learn to slowly adjust. We're not here to say change your job, or slowly make the adjustment towards your mental and emotional health. You have to make time for this, or else 11 years of depression coming. I'm just glad you believe. You have strong heart, but you deserve better than another year of sadness and bad mental health. And I'm not sure how you're coping with your sadness, because you're not healing for sure. But here's the beautiful part is you have a community that you can come to here. It's free, absolutely free. And the people who come here consistently, their life evolves and changes because they're consistent. Long time, some people come back. They're on a different page with the community because they're in their head. They forgot the super basics. They forgot to practice. They act spiritual. They know spiritual, but they don't feel love. They don't feel peace. You pay bill really good, but you're not happy. You need to do more than pay bill. You deserve more than just being a robotic bill payer. And the issue is you can cope a lot. You can smoke and numb it out. Order the Domino's with wings, extra ranch garlic dip, and cinnamon bun. I never ordered that before. Okay. It was my wife. But now we know more because her stomach. Right? Anyways, there's 100% way to find. There is a 100% way to find a change in life, but everyone must find theirs. And for some, it could take longer, but I'm sure I can find something to spark up in my life. You need to change your language. I am finding my way today. Because if you're not really about that life, you're so comfortable in your misery and depression, and it shows in the way you approach this situation. You're completely comfortable with misery. And with this attitude, it's going to extend another 3 years. You're not hungry to be the change in your life. When you're not hungry to develop yourself, you're going to settle for low quality. Okay, I'm sure I can find a way to spark. No, I will find a way. I'm ready to make a change. Right. I'm ready to live a more happy life. I'm ready for more joy in my life. I'm ready to feel more bliss in my life. I'm ready to change my mentality. I'm ready to evolve from Squirtle. You've been Squirtle for 10 years, stuck on Squirtle. You're not gonna be War Turtle. And don't even think Blastoise right now, because right now you're hanging out with a bunch of Squirtle. Squirtle! Psst, water gun! Now the water gun don't squirt no more. Like, Squirtle, yo Squirtle all sad. Squirtle. You need to learn to have fun again. Oh my God, can that be the word? Can that be the word? You just forgot to have fun with your damn life. So damn serious. That's why we crack jokes in here. I know what we do in here is quite serious, but we still have fun with helping people. Everyone must find theirs. You have this thing called toxic yin energy. Toxic yin. You're so like submissive, soft-spoken, and feminine. But it's not a bad thing. It's just out of harmony. You're frozen. You're frozen right now, and you're like, love your damn self. Thaw yourself and have fun. You need to raise the dragon, raise the fire. I'm ready to be better. That's it. Raise the fire and focus on your happiness first. Focus on your joy. Focus, you're ready to shine. That phoenix is like you're the ashes right now. You're like, dang, there's something in there. You even forgot there's something in there. The ashes is all, because the truth is, if you're alive today, that phoenix is still in the ashes of just sadness. You just gotta shake the dust a little bit, right? Fan the flame a little bit. And slowly wake up the fire again, because your campfire about to go out. Well, I mean, it won't go out. It's just like 10 years, campfire is still there. What the? You didn't add no wood? You didn't add no wood in there? So to be more practical, you have to take your life more, you have to take your joy more seriously. Okay? Right now you're not you settle for mediocrity. Let me just say it. Your life is mediocre and you're completely okay with it. The truth is, I should and will use more time for myself and focus less on money. After all, money won't bring happiness out of nowhere. And you don't take money in the grave with you. Okay? What action? Because right now, you're giving me more philosophy. What action are you willing to do that is positive towards your life? We don't need more philosophy. Okay? Every day, I think one way to wake up your energy, sister, Megumi, or brother, sister, whoever, go outside and exercise, sweat. You need to wake up your fire. I think you need to go biking, running, exercise, because your energy needs to wake up. Yoga, move your body, get your heart rate up, because your energy is so unhealthy. Okay, it's like so yin, like, damn. You've been hanging out with the turtle so much, and you just stayed in a shell. Like, when is you gonna come out of your shell and walk towards the ocean? You need to swim again. You don't have to change who you are. You just need to change your habit and action. Imagine you're like a turtle not swimming. Run towards the ocean and try. Whee! Whee! I spread my wings and I learned how to fly. I know I'm a turtle. Say goodbye to my depression and break away. You need to do whatever it takes, okay? Run to the damn ocean. Swim again. Exercise, move yourself. Don't expect yourself to change if you do the same thing you did yesterday. Netflix, Reddit. Stuck on the video game, anime. Repeat. Go work. Same thing. Then you're gonna lose a lot of friends, because a lot of the friends that you hang out with, they're the same as you. And they're completely okay with it. That's how you maintain it for 10 years. Tell me your friends and I will tell you your future. Your life is like this because you be hanging out with the people that enable you also. You already know. You deserve better. Choose to live. Choose your life. Choose to fly. Choose to soar. Right? Here's one song. Here's one song. The truth is, I don't have any friends. That's why you have to go to the ocean and swim. You're in the turtle shell, okay? You only come out to pay the bill and go back in your shell. You deserve more than just to be a bill payer. But we have to... Props. Congrats, you pay bill good. The bill payer, the turtle pay bill, bill payer turtle, pay bill turtle. Okay, now do other stuff. to wake you from the darkness to the sun. Can you hear the sound of the drum to rise you from the ashes to the sun? Can you hear the sound of the drum to wake you from the darkness to the sun? Can you hear the sound of the drum to rise you from the ashes to the sun? Like a rising phoenix into the sun, like a soaring phoenix into the sun, like a rising phoenix into the sun, like a soaring phoenix into the sun, like a rising phoenix into the sun, like a soaring phoenix into the sun, like a rising phoenix into the sun, like a soaring phoenix into the sun. Oh, rising up into the sun. Oh, rising up, rise up and fight. We are the guardians of planet Earth, protectors of the water, land, and above. We are the angels of planet Earth. Be the change, meditate, spreading love. This is the kingdom of planet Earth. This is our kingdom, our Mother Earth. Na 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 na. Three things you can never hide for long is the moon, the sun, and the truth. So face all your fears while you still have your years, releasing the sadness and tears. Face your fears and heal your tears, and be the light, be the truth, be the truth, and be your truth. Why do you think I'm online? There's people who is looking for healing, but all they find is more Discord servers and other people to complain with and be silly on here, but not even happy while we're doing this internet thing. That's why it's literally called the Matrix. It keeps you in this bubble and you're not even sure you're happy. And that bubble is not limited to just internet. It could be politics, it could be religion. It's this thing that keeps you in a web and you're not even sure how you feel. Free your mind, open your heart. Or they ask for a private reading. Yeah, that's another. It's like, it's so good, and then, oh, more business. That's why people are awakening in this community every day. And it's free. You can just be you. We can be your friend. And we are. That's the beautiful part. You got friends in here. Because the friend, they're just honest and truthful. Nowadays, you have friends. You can't even be honest with your friends sometimes. Right? But in here, we keep it with practical happiness. Some people just act happy around you. But you're not even happy with who we are sometimes. I pay attention heavily to make sure. Yeah, some people just smile while they're not actually happy. They just act happy. I don't play that game. I don't want to see you play that game either. Welcome, Lil Birdie. Christy Parawinwa here. Welcome, Dee Dee. A lot of people have been disappointed for years. They just can't find their tribe, their people. And sometimes you think you find your people, and then they keep disappointing you. And then you realize they just used you. You got used because of the lack of integrity and honesty in humanity. Then you get disappointed over and over. You give up on believing in people. Thank you, Mad Mac Cadillac. They use your sadness to manipulate you. The spinny thingy? You can get this on Amazon. You can get this anywhere. It's a very popular item. eBay. The last group they use, trauma bonding. Yeah. We respect where people come from. Whatever politics side you choose, whatever religion, whatever country, this is about one love in here. You can't make everyone happy, but you can definitely make yourself happy. Life is difficult. But sometimes when life gets difficult, people exploit you and say, see? But with spirituality, we learn how to make life work within first, fill our cup first. No matter who picked on you, who used you, what they said about you, how they left you, you still deserve to be happy independently of what's going on outside. But when people start to realize that, it's harder to control and use you. And when you're not usable, they'll try to use fear to control you. You don't play that game. Fear-based community, fear-based life. Of course, you still need a job. You still have to pay your bill, but you can do it with joy, with happiness, with love. Negative things happen to us. Sometimes your father left you when you were a child, or your mother abused you, but you still deserve to be happy in the moment and not live in the misery of the past that did happen, and learning how to cut the energetic strings of trauma so we can be happy together and be happy in the moment. Unless you like to feel miserable forever, that's an option. I'm not trying to get you out to choose. Yeah, you're welcome to be miserable forever until you die. But imagine there's a path where you actually feel bliss. And it's a genuine bliss, not just identify as blissful. I'm bliss. Like it's a genuine happiness. Not smile while you feel depressed. I'm doing good today, but I feel dead inside actually. I'm doing great. Oh, how are you doing? And then the elevator door closes. I don't really have much going on. Jesus is the truth happiness. Shout out to Jesus. That's one way. But for some people, it's the only way. We respect that for sure. Some people don't believe in Jesus. So at least true happiness is still there, even if it's not religious. Right? Because the love is beyond religiosity. The kingdom is already within you. The love is already within. And that's what we represent in here. Love that's within. Karawiniwa says, everything you say is so real. I'm experiencing that transition to rise in love. The truth is that, Jesus definitely works, but it's just some people don't prefer that path. Well, what's other path? Hell? That's not a great way to teach people love if you don't believe the other path is hell. Like, that's the worst message, actually. Right? Or if you don't meditate, right? Or if you don't choose Buddha, right? And so when you actually start teaching people how to be happy and true happiness, somebody's gonna judge you no matter what. Oh, the blind leading the blind. Worshipping false prophet, or whatever the word. But they don't, helping people isn't easy. So we just focus on how to genuinely do it. Yeah. Genuine happiness. Because the truth is, love is beyond religion. How can love be in one box? What about the other side of the world where they don't believe in your views? Is all their love fake too? Doesn't make sense. How can God be so limited? I thought God was infinite, omnipresent, omnipotent, omniscient. Om Mani Padme Hum. that makes sense when it's everything. One love, right? Simply put, the easiest way to describe it is called one love. One love, let's get together and feel alright. The end. But why we make it so difficult? Because the ego says, no, this my one love our way is the real one love. That's a fake one love. Is it one love or two love then? When you start making too much sense, it goes against people. And that's why we're here. I understand that Jesus Christ worked for so many people, but what about the ones that don't work? They still need to be saved or what? What if they really don't want it and they prefer Muhammad or Buddha, or they prefer agnostic? Is love still available for those people? Of course. I mean, it's kind of common sense, but you know, it's not sometimes. How can love be so limited? You know? And the issue is, yeah, we can talk about philosophy all day, but let's look at the results. Are people actually happy, doing the right thing? Do they have integrity, or is they cheating on their husbands and wife? And then they pray it away on Sunday. They scam and cheat on people and steal from people, and they just go on Sunday and clear the slate. That's right. It's not just one, it's all people everywhere. Right? When we lack wisdom, it's not the religion that's the issue. It's the ego that's the issue. In Christian term, they call it the devil. Right? It's just that language sometimes can be confusing. What devil? Doubt, fear, worry. And there's nothing wrong with, there's pride that is healthy. You're proud of yourself. Right? You're proud of what you've done. Right? But then when it's unhealthy is when you go, right? When you start comparing. And the truth is, competition is healthy until it's not. So there's a fine line between, right? You can compare, just don't be attached to comparing, because there's always going to be somebody better than you, and there's always going to be somebody worse than you. So it's okay. You want to be inspired by people, right? So instead of jealousy, turn the jealousy into inspiration. Right? Be inspired. When I see a great flute player, I'm like, okay, that's dope. I'm like, okay, how can I borrow their technique? Because they're that good. I want to learn some of their style. Right? And then there's flute players, who operate differently. It's the same thing when you see somebody that you have a crush on. Right? You have a crush on them. You want them. The ego wants them. But the heart goes, their energy is inspiring. Maybe I could be like that. Instead of want them, maybe I can embody that beauty, that joy, right? That freedom. Sometimes you see somebody that looks so free, and you want them because they look happy, because you're looking to be happy. But the ego, it's lazy. It just wants stuff instead of develop and cultivate. What can you do if you feel powerless? Empower yourself. It depends on when you say that you feel powerless, what do you mean? So there's more detail to look through instead of just, you can say I feel powerless. Easy to say. Right. Well, the why is the more important question. Why do you feel powerless? If you need more power, one way to increase your confidence, often, right? Confidence is exercise. Go to the damn gym, bike. Feeling stronger actually helps you to feel more confident too. It works. It's practical, and you could do it today. You could do it right now. We are too quick, then we miss out. But if we slow down, we can hang on and hold on. When we slow down, we see that the thing that we're looking for, relaxation and peace and joy, is just right here already. But when we're moving too fast, we're always trying to catch the joy, catch God, look for the angels. The angels are always here. You're just not here. You know, we're in our head sometimes about so many things. Because we have a job, we got children, we have responsibilities. But we can learn to enjoy the shores. We can enjoy what we're doing throughout the day. We can turn what we're doing on a daily basis into something that's more relaxing. If you know your job's highly stressful, you need to develop peace and peaceful practice at your job and still get SHIT done. Put on some relaxing vibes to nurture a peaceful mentality and still have a focus. You know what I mean? We still need to get stuff done. I lost a job because I was depressed. It happened. When you're sad, depressed, your mind becomes really dark, clouded. And it's hard to focus because it's a wound that no one sees. I mean, people do see. We think they can't see. When we're depressed, everyone knows. Why? Because just look at your aura. Like, damn, did you even sleep last night? And the way we bypass our depression and sadness, we chug a Red Bull or a Monster and a cup of coffee with that. It's terrible. Right, we wake up, instant Red Bull. All right, let's go. And we feel short-wired and glitchy. The corner of our eye twitching as hell at work like this. There's a worm in there. You know what I'm talking about? When you sleep so bad, your eye starts twitching. It doesn't. You're sitting there, your eye is going off. Thank you, Trace of follower of Savior. Run to the caffeine gods. It's so bad for you. Now I definitely drink energy drinks in the past. In the recent past too. But I can't maintain that balance because the nootropics and the guaranine, the taurine, and the neens, the beans, all of that, it makes your mind too loopy. There's too much of it. And then the sugar, oh God, the real issue is the sugar. The sugar crash. Yeah, the sugar crash. Like your mind's alert, but the sugar crash, so there's like a separation of energy after it runs out. So what do? You say, bartender, another one. And the bartender's the damn vending machine. You scan your card, you get a tap. Beep. $2. Well, it's probably $3 right now for the smallest one at the vending. Right. Deep. Thunk. $8. $8. Not at the Amazon warehouse. Oh, not. I just got it once or twice, okay. Whenever I used to do Amazon deliveries, some days it would be so gloomy. And you're driving with a gloomy sky. It takes an hour to get to the destination. You're like, I gotta get something because I'm about to pass out driving. Get to the destination to deliver people packages sometime. So I switched to coffee because McDonald's coffee. Because you need something. And then nighttime live stream. And repeat. Nighttime live stream, daytime Amazon. Nowadays, all day live stream. Eat, sleep, rape, repeat. There's a lot to complain about in the world, but there's a lot of blessings. And if we see an issue, we have to be willing to focus on doing our part, our role. I see a lot of depression, so what do? We show up and be a upliftment. We show up and help add to people's mental health. There's enough people complaining about stuff and do nothing. And sometimes all they do is move their lips, but no action. This is so immature and an old news. We have to be the grassroots and do the root, right? Do it in your city. Do it with your brothers and sisters. Take care of your family. Take care of your people. Whoever your people. And make sure we're genuinely happy, because sometimes we're doing everything, but many people aren't even happy. That's BS. Vibrate higher in a sense. Sometimes people don't understand what it means, vibrate higher. I think the real word is make happiness more practical and have some damn results. Some people just act happy, but there's no happiness in their results. We have to focus on genuine happiness, not act happy. That's why I don't collaborate with people who act happy, because that's the lack of authenticity in practice. If you hang around people who act happy, you're going to be one too. That's why I'm just bluntly honest about what we do in here, and just keep showing up and be deeply honest, because some people aren't ready to practically be happy because they're more interested in complaining about stuff. Not in here. That's why we're always like, how can we practically practice, right? How can we practice peace? But people don't like authentic. No, they do. They just don't know how. They don't know it's possible. That's why we keep it genuine and authentic in here, so the people who don't authentically want authenticity will go somewhere else. The bar. They're gonna go complain some more in the comment section somewhere else. Complain. Be the complain. And they expect life to change as they just be the complain and not be the change. This old news. It's just a lot more because the internet is there's a lot of places online to complain nowadays. But not a lot of places where people is gonna help you be the practical change. I'm done with acting happy, talking about happiness. So when we're here, we're like, okay, what are you grateful for today? We meditate in here. We breathe together in here. We speak from our heart in here. And when we speak from the heart, what opens? The heart opens. When we speak from our ego, more complaints happen. Complaints about anything and everything. About anything. Authenticity got me to lose most of my, quote, friends, says Goodva. 100. And so when we stand on the authenticity, you start to cut out a lot of people who aren't. That's why when people come here, the real ones, the one that vibe with us, stay. The ones that aren't ready to hear this stuff will go somewhere else, because it's just energy. Right? It's just energy. And I think the people who actually believe in world peace and peace, they'll actually meditate and practice. But the people who will talk about world peace but don't meditate, they don't even feel peace. How can they contribute peace to the world? Basics. Right? Not basic. How are you gonna add peace to the world when you feel like crap? You're complaining all the damn time and you want the world to be peaceful. That's BS. Edward says, I'm doing better every day. Thank you, Vanessa. Marley. Happy Thursday, right? Thursday. Are you actually playing that, or is that background music? Like the flute? I know it seems like I'm not playing it, but why would it have the flute? Yes, I know it sounds like a recording. I get that all the time. Are you actually playing that? I know. You have CD quality live streaming here, to be honest. The amount of effort it takes to make it like that. Yeah. That's why I'm grateful. Because it sounds dope. You actually have CD quality in here. That's why people like the music, because it's like, okay, it's not like a... He's playing the flute. Fake just to trick you for 30 to 40 minutes. That sounds like, oh, okay, yeah. Well, because that flute is dope. I mean, yeah. It's called Skills AI. No, but it's pretty basic, right? Maybe it's auto-tune. It's like called how the flute is, I guess. That's why these flutes are so expensive when they are super professional, because imagine there's a higher octave, which is like, let me see if I can do it. So when the flute is expensive, it can hit 3 octaves. One is a bass, mid-tone, and then it. But this is not that super bougie flute. It's like I would say, yeah, it's beginner. It's known as a beginner flute. But beginner is enough to relax people, you know. I mean, I could try it with this one. This is a bit more refined, but it's still beginner. As you get to the third register or the third octave, it's not so pleasing unless you make it that way, like you design it in there. For example, For example, this is an F. F minor. .440 hertz. I think. That's 432 actually. So you have that in the background and you lower the volume. Traditionally, when you have a shakuhachi concert, there's just a drum, like literally just boom. Because it's more of a meditative concert. Thank you, Emmanuel. Which is known as overtones, right? So it's more of a way to help the mind be present, because the overtone is kind of haunting. If you start judging it, sounds like a horror film. But if you just meditate with it, it cuts all the fear, because the overtone can be, it's just judging the overtone is just ego. Yeah. Do you have music on streaming platform or purchase? Yes. On Spotify. Guru Tanet on Spotify. I haven't really thought about putting I thought about it, but I'm not cultivating that right now. Just focus on community, helping people love their damn self is where it's at right now. Thank you, KG. What style, if you don't mind me asking? I have multiple Native American style flutes, I notice. Oh. What do you want to see? What do you want to see? Generally, this is a traditional hardwood. The expensive stuff is the hardwood, but this was a gift, right? This is why it sounds so crisp. And this is a 5-hole flute, 440 hertz, key of A minor. All the flutes, all the Native American flutes are all minor scale. But apparently every scale is in major scale. That's the piano, right? This is also this is a 3D printed Native American style flute. Okay. Made in the United Kingdom by Brother Reza. And this one is a bit softer. Okay, thank you. Good vibes, man. Good. Welcome Rexy and Entheogenical. My father is dying. My kids are on substance, says Monica. How are you doing? So we got that. Triple drones. I have more triple drones. $440. Not good. Then you need to be coming here every day if you want to improve your life. You need to learn wisdom to change your life around. You can't help your family if you can't even help yourself. You need to learn how to harness positive energy, change your perception, awaken the love that you already have, okay? See, even Brother Edward learning to be better. He was a big mess in the beginning. Now, a little mess. This is a drone flute from Brazil, from Flauta Nativas. So I turn my back. Yeah, you turn within. Build faith. Basically, it's better to believe in yourself than to doubt yourself. But right now you're doing a lot of doubting. It's not good for you. You could choose to believe in yourself, but you're just not doing it. Why? Because that's what you are taught. And when you are taught doubt, worry, and fear, then you're right, because that's what you get. But that's the best that your ancestors know. Your father, mother, your environment, your community. So we're here to be a community that supports people. Yeah, you wake up to the same. It's gonna take time to change your life, Monica. But at least it's possible. You don't have to know how. You just have to learn to believe first. The ego always asks how and doubt right from the beginning. I think the easiest way to shift you have to learn to be genuinely grateful for your damn life. So many people wake up and are so damn ungrateful. That's why their life sucks. They're not even grateful for the blessing of waking up today. So this is a drone flute that's 432 hertz, even though I ordered 440 hertz. And it's 5 hole because there was no other option. Yes, Monica. Would you like to love your life? You don't have to. You're welcome to be miserable. I'm just here to let you know you have options and you're not choosing other options. If every day you focus on the things you don't like, I hate my job, I hate my life, I hate my country, I hate the system, I hate this guy, I hate this damn coffee, what do you get? A bunch of hate and negativity. What's your other option? Thank you for the sky. Thank you for my life. But my life sucks. It makes me stronger because at least, I have my life. Some people don't. They gone. You're still here. Be thankful. Be thankful. What you need is community. What you need is community, whether it's church or here, right? You need community that's effective in supporting you. Because right now, what you're doing with your life ain't working. Clearly, Thank you for the shot at life. Even though right now everything seems to be falling apart and life sucks, but at least I can complain about it. You dead, there's no complaining no more. But we're here to help you live your best life, not miserable life. You know what I'm saying? We just keep it real in here, okay? This is a mature community that has results in joy and happiness. We respect people whether you love Jesus or you don't, you love Buddha or don't, you love yourself or don't. It's about happiness that's genuine with result. Right? So we're just saying like we're here to support you the best that we can. Because somebody is failing in your community and in your country and in your life. So that's why this is another safety net for people's consciousness. This one is better designed. It's from the same group, Flauta Nativas from Rio de Janeiro. I know you don't really say. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Claire, the youngest one. Here's a singing bowl for longevity. Yay. Happy birthday again to Claire. Claire Morris 078. Okay, thank you. I've had the best day. Beautiful. That's a good news. There's been a lot of brothers and sisters from the UK here, so shout out to the UK gang. Do you adjust the birds differently for the drone side? Depends on the flute. It's all different design. And even the way you play the drone flute is differently, right? This one, it doesn't sound so good to play straightforward because it's too loud. So I have to blow in the right hole more and slightly cover the left side because there's two inlets, right? So I have to start like this. So I can make the left drone side more gentle. So you could control how much power, and you could do circular breathing with this if you know that technique. Thank you, Monica. Keep coming here to learn more about how to improve your life, but you cannot come once in a while because you're going to maintain and remain miserable. It's free here. You just need to make an effort to make an effort to learn about how to improve yourself. Find the people, learn to gain some wisdom, and you will unlock your life, and the floodgate of abundance will flow. That's 100. Right? You gotta do your work and figure out your life because nobody's gonna figure out for you. Okay. How long have I've been playing the flute casually? I mean, I've played in 5th grade the recorder. I played the Thai flutes, but I didn't use the flute for sound healing since 3 years ago. So I started using sound healing flutes around 3 years ago, and it has been popping. Here's another style by Brother Gabriel, and this flute popped and broke. But this one is a really emotional flute. This area is a lot different. And this was a gift by Sister Shirley Knight. And it's got a topaz. Is that a topaz? Yeah. This is bougie. This is not a workhorse. This is good. This is more for on the shelf, you know. I need a workhorse, not bougie. I got this from Goodwill auction for $40. This is a low B. I believe this one is made by that one dude, the Flute Wizard, because there's some crack. There's a crack on here now too. So it's definitely cracked, but it still sounds dope. Missy, Cosmic Catherine. And also what makes it sound good is the mic positioning and quality microphone. That's actually a huge part of of why a lot of these sounds dope, because the microphone is dope, honestly. Sometimes if I don't mic the position, if my mic positioning isn't good, then the flute doesn't sound as good, and I EQ the flutes, right? Which means I adjust the flute to accentuate a little bit more bass. A skilled player can make a lower price flute sing, yeah, for sure. And all of these flutes are under $150, right? There's only one. This one was $300, but it's worth it because one of a kind. Right? It's hard to find a flute in that key that good. Yeah. This is dope. Yeah, Guillermo Martinez. Apparently he's very popular. It was a gift. The flute maker I'm looking at right now, there's just two JD flutes, sweeping feather flutes, and elemental flutes. Right, but I see sweeping feather and JD flutes at the top right now. In energy, it's not how, it's more about the way their energy is and how they make the flutes. You know. JD flutes, I think, is the best energy so far. Sweeping feather flutes is great, but his flute costs way too much. You know, but that's just how it is. So that's why I straight up bought this from Brazil. But it took 6 months to make. Yeah, high spirits is considered like the standard for me. If any, yeah, JD flutes is a straight up Native American, and he offers his flute in 432 hertz and 528 hertz, and is hungry to make flutes. To me, when you want to make flutes and you have hunger, you can see it in the flute maker's eye. Because that means the spirit is alive within them. Oh, thank you, Jess. You are my favorite creator. Thank you for the kind words. Thank you. Yeah. Because some flute makers, it's become more businessy in their eyes, and I don't like that. It means they've lost touch with the spirit. But that's just my personal take on it. So I'm very selective of, you know, if I'm going to invest, it would be in JD flutes or sweeping feather. And then elemental flutes. When I see the other, and there's great flutes from Southern Cross and what's the other one again? Southern Cross and Stellar flutes. But I start to see they're a bit too much. It's too businessy, and I don't know. That's just sometimes you lose the connection when it's too businessy. It doesn't feel so. I don't feel connected to the flute maker. But of course, you have to always give the shout out to the legend, Eric the flute maker, because he been around, and his he makes amazing flutes. It's just, yeah, he's on a different level. When you're a legend in flute making, you just like, yeah, everything you make sounds great. It's just, he doesn't really make triple drones or drone flutes. He just make one drone flute in the key of D, and that's it. And he's old, so his prime has kind of, he's already descended, but he has there's that guy named Leo, right? Leo Flutes. He's on the come up for sure. He's on the come up. Yeah. So shout out to so I pay attention to a lot of flute makers, and I pay attention to the one that I can feel love from. Right. And it's not like they don't all have love. I'm just very peculiar of what kind of energy I choose to, if I invest. Because I'm starting to be able to afford some things in the future. Because this is this is kind of the realm that I'm in. So let's see here. Right before, the only reason I'm in the game is because of PYN flutes. All these damn flutes are $300 to $1,000, but you can get a 3D printed flute for under $100. That's impossible for wooden flutes. That's triple drone to be $120 or something like that, right? Impossible. But with 3D printers, we're just getting started, because I believe that 3D printed flute will begin to be as good as wooden flutes when they actually invest in better density of material. But the price will go up, but still won't be in $1,000 range. Because you know why? Plastic doesn't expand or shrink with the weather. Wood does. Unless you use expensive wood, which means the price is going to be $2,000. Okay. Right, like cherry wood or some mahogany. But you can just make the flute have more infill and use a higher density like PLA plus. Right, I think this is regular PLA. But when you use PLA plus or something that's dense, I mean, it already sounds good right now. It's surprising how good it sounds. And I think this was like, what, $80 or $100? Like, what the heck? That's more than enough for a beginner. And you get 2 flutes in one. You know what I mean? It's a drone, so it's like you can just stick to one. It just makes sense. And until you get to more like invested, then you would get a wooden flute. Like I just started getting wooden flutes because why? We about that life. Let's see here. But I also think you should try exploring. Like I got this from eBay for straight up $90 delivered. This was somebody learning to make a flute. It's a G sharp. It's not a key people are like, I want a G sharp. It's like they just make the flute and they tune the flute. Like they just make it and the flute is tuned to itself, right? It's not. But damn, it still sounds good. The truth is that there's a ton of flute collectors, and a lot of them don't even play it like that much, but they do collect. So I mean, that's why the market is there. That's why the pricing is there, because it's dope collecting flutes. But damn, some flute be in 1,000 to 2,000. You know. But when they're that popular, they can command their price. That's all. They can command their price because they just did a good job of designing it. So shout out to successful flute makers out there. Yeah, like this is like somebody made it from their heart. Because you know what? I want to learn to make flutes. There's some purity to it still. And that's most of the. Oh wait, there's one more, but this is from Peru. And I think this design here is only from Peru. This is a drone flute that I don't really play too much now because it doesn't sound that great, but it's not terrible. When you're trying to relax, people don't think, I want a flute that sounds like that. It's more ceremonial. Thank you, Jay. Just D. You're an Irish one. Oh, of course. You can also 3D print flutes at your house. P1, right? You can go to thingiverse.com and straight up print a flute. If you have a 3D printer in your library, in your local, there's like places you can print them. And there's a lot of people selling 3D printed flutes now. There's 2 makers I see now. But PYN Flutes is the number 1 right now. If you like for... I see that new guy, I Play Flute or whatever. He's got a pocket flute, it's colorful and all that. And, but the variety of PYN flutes, there's drone flutes, there's triple drone flutes, there's single, yeah. Low D flutes. Yeah. The issue is smaller flutes are harder to make them sound good if you don't have technique. If you can make the recorder sound good, props. If you ever... We got everything here. Every single instrument you can think of. That, I mean, not every single instrument, but the general... Right. What's yours called? It's a Native American flute also. So like the online version, I just doubled it and then clogged the holes to make a drone flute. So you could easily make a drone flute with the flutes that already exist online. Right? I just doubled it. And I made the mouthpiece more like pointed in so that it's easier to play. And you make a straight up drone flute. But I don't have time now to develop. And because I'm doing this, I have a 3D printer, but it's just time consuming. And if the machine's running now, it's just more about I have to get the slicer app and then I have to develop it. I would rather make some more content, right? Look into the heart. I do. The Liar. All right. it is time to end. So thank you so much. I'll see y'all tonight. There's other people to watch too. Okay, check out. There's many other sound healers. Thank you to all. Thank you for relaxing. Turn on a dime. Freaky yonder. Thank you. Megumini. Yeah, 10. I just stayed on a little later because I got on later today. Here we go. What's that by your foot? Is that for me? Oh, you mean the prayer wheel? Here we go. Love your damn flutes. Love your damn self. Thank you, Christy. Thank you, Vanessa. Thank you to all the moderators. Thank you for relaxing in here. More people. So this is the time where the UK go to sleep, and that's when I get off. So. And I'll see you soon. Thank you.